Welkom bij DeBockmagLos. En vandaag zijn we in Zoetermeer. En wat gaan we daar doen? Een gesprek houden met gitarist Michael Romeo.
Michael Romeo, gitarist, muzikaal duizendpoot, componist en artiest van wereldformaat. Samen met de Amerikaanse Symphony rockband Symphony X trekt hij nu de wereld over om hun 9e album te promoten. Wij hebben een gesprek met hem en we vragen aan hem: wat is het nou om artiest te zijn? Ondanks zijn wereldfaam blijft Michael Romeo een heel bescheiden persoon. Hij geeft bijna geen interviews en dat maakt het extra bijzonder dat wij hem mochten spreken voor de camera. En toen was het moment daar. Cameraman Patrick en ik mochten via de artiesteningang naar binnen en daar kwam Michael Romeo en de tourmanager naar ons toe voor een bijzonder openhartig gesprek.
All right, Michael, welcome. Great to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to be here, man.
All right. How many days are you on tour right now?
This is coming up on the second week. I think Tuesday we'll be here for 2 weeks.
All right. And you came here in from what part of the Europe?
We were up in the UK, and then we had a show in Belgium last night, and we're here today.
All right. And then tomorrow you go on to?
I think Paris. I think tomorrow's a day off, and then Paris. I think, don't quote me.
Okay.
Wherever the bus stops and they tell us to go, then I just go there.
All right. Well, what I told the viewers already is I really want to give an insight of what it is to be like a musician like you are.
It sucks.
It sucks, it does?
It sucks.
Why?
No, it doesn't suck. I mean, it's great. Music's great. It's, especially nowadays, it is tough. It's a lot tougher. It's a lot tougher. I mean, I got a lot of friends in, you know, smaller bands, bigger bands, medium bands, and they're all kind of saying the same thing. They're you know, it's just tough to get by, you know, especially, you know, years and years ago you had like record royalties, things like that kind of helped with the finances. And now, you know, with all this streaming and all that kind of stuff, it's you know, it takes some of that money off the table. So it's a little tougher. So everybody, you know, it's like, okay, you can tour and make money, but everybody's trying to tour. So that starts to get saturated. So it's a little difficult. It is, the business end's a little more difficult. Right. You know, still playing music is the fucking best. I mean, there's nothing better than that. Yeah. But, yeah, man, it's just a little bit tougher.
Are you really into the business part? Because you're already...
I freaking hate the business. I don't want to know nothing.
No?
I play my music. All right. At least, you know, provide for my family and just be a happy guy. But
can you get by nowadays? Just being the band you are?
Yeah, we've always gotten by, but the last couple of years, it's been noticeably tough.
There are 2 stages in when you're making a record. First of all, conceiving the record, making it, writing it, producing it, and get it out there. And then you go on tour. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe you want to walk along with me from the part where the tour ends. You probably have somewhat of a vacation or something. And then there comes this point that, okay, we have to write a new album. How does it work?
We have a formula, kind of, that's been like for the last 4 or 5 records or so. And, well, the one thing, we never write on the road. I can't. I just can't. It's like there's too much shit going on. I like to be in the studio and the phone is off the hook, you know, and the family knows, you know, he's down there and doing his thing. Yeah. So you don't have any distractions, and you can get your head really into, you know, into what you're doing. So yeah, we won't really write on the road. And after the touring cycle from the previous record, we'll get together and we'll talk about what we're going to do. And then once we're like, yeah, this would be good, let's go with this Underworld thing. Let's let the music be a little bit of everything we've done. You know, some real heavy stuff, but some very melodic stuff, also some progressive stuff, just a good mix of everything. And then the guys will let me go off for a couple months and just come up with the basic ideas and, you know, put together some songs.
Is that like the full album, the full flow, or just bits and pieces, and then you come together with the whole band?
No, I mean, usually I'll get it to where it's like, it's 90% there. Like the song's pretty structured, a lot of the melodies are there, the basic arrangements there, and then whatever, I'll get together with like Pinella for a couple of days, and like he'll have something, maybe this Swan song, he had this piano thing, so we would work on that. we'll get together with LaPond or something, and what if we just put this little tapping thing? So like, some of that final kind of thing happens. But yeah, I mean, I at least try to get it where it's really solid, so, and it sounds good too. I mean, usually the pre-production sounds pretty good. So the guys can be like, okay, I see what this could be, and but what if I did this? And it's like, okay, we'll work out those little things.
How much time does it take for you to, let's say, start from the idea, and then when the band comes in?
Just say from March to August or July. Say July, that was the whole writing done. August, just tightening up, rehearsing a couple parts, and then we would go into the studio in September, and then a couple months to record, and kind of taking our time. We always take our time, do it right. So I mean, the whole process, and then by the time it was mixed and the label gets their hands on it, the artwork, it's about a year.
Okay.
It's about a year.
Are there certain parts where you consider, okay, maybe if we're gonna play this live, this is not gonna work? Does it ever cross your mind, or just making songs?
That's a good question.
Oh, thank you. Are there songs that you can do live?
No, we could do everything. Odyssey was like the one that made us realize that to be more aware of it. Okay. Because we can do it, and we do. I think we do it all right. But yeah, maybe in the past it was like, yeah, just freaking put on 100 guitar tracks, or just layer the shit out of these keyboards, and I still agree with that because it is a record. It is its own thing, and live, nothing will ever be exactly. You don't want it to be. You want live to be one thing, and the record to be another. But at the same time, you want to be able to do what's called for in that song live. So yeah, the Odyssey was the one. Was like, oh shit, man, how are we gonna do this? And we. I would maybe take a string line, and Pinella would do something with the horn line, and we made it work. I mean, we can make it work. But now, yeah, we're a little more conscious of it. So now we'll, do I really need a third guitar thing? No.
It's just,
well, maybe if it was really cool, it'd be like, all right, it goes in.
I mean, you're progressing, like you said, every album, or every time you write a new song, and you do new ideas. But are there certain things that you say, well, maybe it's just one day I'll try, I don't know, something?
Try what?
Maybe something funky, or something different, or is it just not?
Yeah, I mean,
you?
That's the other thing too. I mean, depending on what you're doing, if you are, as I'm learning now with some of this other stuff, having a knowledge of different kind of music, world music or funk or whatever, I mean, that helps in that world. But for us, we're not going to come out with a disco song or a fucking EDM track, It would be cool, maybe,
You
but
have the
no.
studio under your house, right? The dungeon. It's underneath the house. So you're still based in Jersey?
Yeah.
So you wake up in the morning,
Get my coffee.
Get your coffee.
Fucking get to work.
and
Yep.
what kind of days are you just go in there and sometimes go upstairs, eat something with wife and kids? And go back down?
I mean, sometimes, whatever. I mean, spend a little time with the family, of course. But, usually, get up, go down there, work on some stuff, sort some things out, have dinner with the family. And, but it's like normal job, showing up for work down there and trying some ideas. And some days, nothing gets done.
No.
It's not always like, it's being creative. It's like sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't.
What do you do, like for time off? Do you like?
What time off?
Well, do you have time off, or are you always working on the music?
Always.
Do you like going on holiday, or maybe you're?
Oh yeah, I mean,
mow your lawn.
Well, yeah, I mean
I don't know.
all that kind of shit. The friggin' pipes are leaking, and the dryer's broken or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I got a normal stuff. I'm a normal guy. I got to do all the normal shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, you just do that, and then you do your work, or it's just like any job. It's the same, basically the same thing. But yeah, it's a little different maybe because I think we care a lot. So there's a lot of extra time that does go into it.
Life on tour, how is being on tour? You're away a few weeks, probably go home then.
6 weeks.
6 weeks, you go home, I guess just enjoy, relax, maybe work on some new material.
It's the shit, man. You got to fix the dryer, the lawn.
Okay, you're just being home, then you home.
Yeah, it's time to, to do all the shit that broke when you were away,
Yeah.
So. But yeah, no, I mean, of course, we hang out with the family or try to do a vacation.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's tough just being away from home, being away from the kids that long. And so, yeah, but it's not like we're touring so much that we're never home. We're here for 6 weeks, and then we'll go home for a month. And I think South America's on the table, and that's only like 2 weeks. Okay. And we come back, and then there's some stuff in the summer, festivals, and September we have a little something. So it's enough where, we can still have our families and hopefully make a little money.
When you're at home between tour things, do you write already, or is it just we're done and now I start a new album?
With the band, we'll wait till we're done, but I'll still go home and write.
All right.
But I mean, I'll write for, like I said, just getting into some of these other things with film and TV and this. So so I'm composing for different things like that and making a couple bucks here and there, and it's fun to do that stuff. Like I said, anything like with the visual and the audio, I really like that stuff. That's why I love film music so much. Just that relationship's fucking awesome. So yeah, I'm always writing, and I'm always, trying to be a better musician, or a better engineer or producer or anything. Always working your craft, because you can never friggin' learn. You're never gonna know everything.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna fucking try.
So, what can we expect tonight at the show?
Good tunes.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Good tunes, man. A lot of the new record. Well, pretty much the whole record,
cool.
Which we've never done before. And I think the whole band feels really strong about this record. Like you said, it's accessible. I mean, as a player, I love playing this stuff because it's a little challenging, some of it, but it's not so challenging that it's complicated. It's still, I still think it's accessible. But yeah, as playing, it's everything's great to play. It's fun to play all this stuff. And for all the guys I know, they feel the same. So it's like, all right, it's great stuff to play. We have a great time playing together. And I think the stuff is accessible, and it still has some kind of emotion content to it. So that is all part of it. So yeah, we're doing the whole thing.
So this particular person finds the strength to carry on. He asks those questions. And in this moment, when he realizes that he has to go on without her, he ultimately finds the strength to do so. And this is his swan song.
Are you gonna be a musician for the rest of your life, as far as you know, or do you think, man, in 10 years I'm done?
No, man, never done.
Oh, great.
Never done, dude.
Great.
Yeah, what the hell else am I gonna do? You
can always fix a dryer.
Yeah, but I don't want to fix a dryer for friggin' my job. They make good money.
Yeah, well, they do.
Electricians too make good money, but no, as long as the band, we have a fan base, and as long as we can continue to do that, and like I said, I'm still composing, I'm still learning, I'm writing for other things, and that's cool too. I just like music. I like writing music.
Well, I would like to thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us.
Pleasure, man. Good.
Make a great show. We'll be on the front, so we'll be waving at you.
En vooraan stonden we ook. Voor de liefhebber, het hele optreden, 57 seconden. En dit was De Bok mag los. Bedankt voor het kijken en tot een volgende keer.